The arena didn't just erupt, it exploded. And not because of celebration, but because something felt wrong. Something felt personal. Something crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. Because what happened on Raw wasn't just a fight. It was a message. And it wasn't subtle. Roman Reigns didn't just beat CM Punk. He tried to erase him. So let me ask you something right now, and I want you to answer this in the comments before we go any further. Did Roman Reigns go too far? Or did CM Punk have it coming? Because by the end of this, you might change your mind. The tension didn't start in the ring. No, it started the moment CM Punk stepped into that arena with that look in his eyes. Calm, calculated, but burning underneath. The kind of look that says, I've been waiting for this. And Roman Reigns? He didn't look surprised. He looked offended. Like Punk didn't belong in his presence. Like Punk had no right to even breathe the same air. And that's where everything snapped. The crowd was electric, split straight down the middle. Half chanting for Punk, half acknowledging Roman. And that tension? You could feel it like a ticking time bomb. Quick question for you. Who had the louder crowd that night, Roman or Punk? Because honestly, it might tell you everything about where this story is headed. Punk didn't waste time. No long speeches. No theatrics. Just one mic, one stare, and one brutal truth. He called Roman Reigns a paper champion hiding behind power and politics. And that's when Roman's entire demeanor changed. The tribal chief doesn't get rattled easily. But this hit deep. Because Punk wasn't just talking to Roman. He was exposing him. Roman stepped forward slowly. No rush. No panic. That cold, calculated walk of someone who knows exactly what they're about to do. He took the mic, paused, and then dropped a line that sent chills through the arena. Everything you built, I destroy. No yelling. No screaming. Just quiet, controlled threat. And somehow that made it worse. Let's pause right here, be honest. Who wins on the mic, Roman Reigns or CM Punk? Drop your answer below. This is one of those debates that can divide an entire fanbase. The verbal war escalated fast. Punk laughed in Roman's face. Roman stepped closer.
Punk didn't back down.
Roman didn't blink. You knew what was coming. Everyone knew. But no one was ready for how brutal it would get. The first shot didn't come from Roman. Punk struck first. A slap.
Loud.
Sharp. Disrespectful. The kind of slap that echoes. The kind that says, I'm not afraid of you. And for a split second, Roman just stood there, processing it, letting it sink in. And then, everything exploded. Roman lunged. Punk fired back. The two collided in a storm of fists, elbows, and raw aggression. This wasn't wrestling. This was a fight. No rhythm. No structure. Just chaos. Roman's power started to take over quickly. Every punch landed heavier. Every slam hit harder. Punk fought back, fast, relentless, refusing to stay down. But Roman looked like a man possessed. Quick one for you. Who hits harder, Roman Reigns or CM Punk? Because after this segment, that answer might not even be debatable anymore. Roman drove Punk into the corner. Over and over again. Shoulder strikes. Elbows. Smashes. The referee tried to step in, but Roman shoved him aside like he was nothing. That right there? That's when things went from intense to dangerous.
Punk tried to rally.
A kick to the gut. A quick combo. Even managed to stagger Roman for a second. The crowd roared. Hope sparked. Maybe, just maybe. But Roman shut it down. Instantly. A massive clothesline that turned Punk inside out. And just like that, momentum gone. Hope crushed. Roman didn't go for a pin. Didn't even think about ending it.
No.
He wanted to hurt him. He dragged Punk up slowly, looked him dead in the eyes, and delivered a Superman punch so brutal, it echoed like a gunshot. Punk collapsed. But Roman wasn't done. Not even close. Let me ask you this. Should the referee have stopped it right here? Because what happened next might have crossed a serious line. Roman pulled Punk back up again.
Spear.
Devastating. But still not enough. He backed into the corner. Crowd already buzzing. They knew what was coming. Another spear. Even harder. Even more vicious. Punk barely moved. And still, Roman didn't stop. This wasn't dominance anymore. This was destruction. He stood over Punk, breathing heavy, eyes locked. And then he said something that didn't even need a mic. "You're finished." But Punk, somehow, still tried to get up. And that might have been the biggest mistake of the night. Be real for a second. Was Punk brave or just stupid for getting back up? Drop your thoughts. Roman snapped.
Completely.
He grabbed Punk again. Another Superman punch. Then another. And another. Each one more unnecessary than the last. The crowd reaction shifted. Cheers turned into shock. Then concern. Then discomfort. Because now, it didn't feel like a match. It felt like watching someone get destroyed beyond reason. Officials rushed down, trying to pull Roman away. It didn't work. He threw them off, like they didn't exist. Security came next. More bodies. More chaos. Roman fought them too, because nothing was going to stop him from finishing what he started. Question time. Have you ever seen Roman Reigns this out of control before? Seriously, think about it. Finally, sheer numbers pulled him back.
Barely.
And even then, he didn't look satisfied. Punk lay motionless. The ring a wreck. The crowd stunned into silence. And Roman, he stood there, holding the title, looking down, not with pride, but with something darker. This wasn't about winning anymore. This was about sending a message. And that message? CM Punk is not on his level. Not in his world. Not in his league. But here's the twist. Because if Roman really destroyed Punk, why did it feel like this story is just getting started? Final question for you. After what happened, should CM Punk come back for revenge or walk away for good? Because, let's be honest, nobody takes that kind of beating and just disappears. Not CM Punk. And if he comes back, if he survives this, then Roman Reigns might have just created the biggest mistake of his entire reign. Because destruction creates desperation. And desperation creates something far more dangerous than dominance. It creates a man with nothing left to lose. And that is the one thing Roman Reigns has never truly faced. So now the question isn't whether Roman destroyed CM Punk. The question is, did he just unleash something even worse? Drop your answers. Share this with someone who thinks Roman went too far. And if you're still watching, you already know, this war is far from over. Because when the dust settles, when the noise fades, when the camera stops shaking from the chaos, that's when the real story begins.
And right now?
It's only just getting started. Back in that ring, the aftermath felt heavier than the attack itself. Officials were still checking on CM Punk, whispering urgently, calling for help. He pushed himself up, looked down at Punk. Again. But this time, there was no rage. No chaos. Just cold, undeniable certainty. Backhand index pointing right. Final stretch question. Is Roman Reigns at his most dangerous right now? Or is this the beginning of his downfall? Because here's the thing. Roman did destroy CM Punk. There's no denying that.
But he also did something else.
Something far more dangerous than any spear, any punch, any attack. He gave Punk a reason to come back, a reason to fight harder, a reason to stop holding anything back. And if there's one thing history has shown, it's that CM Punk with a reason is a completely different animal. Officials finally managed to separate everything. Roman left the ring, title in hand. No celebration, no acknowledgement, just dominance. But as he walked up the ramp, he didn't look back. And maybe that was his biggest mistake. Because behind him, in that ring, barely conscious, barely moving, CM Punk was still there. Still breathing. Still fighting. Still not finished. Last question, and make it count. When CM Punk comes back, does he dethrone Roman Reigns? Yes or no? Because after what we just witnessed, this isn't over. Not even close. This isn't just a rivalry anymore. This is personal. This is violent. This is unfinished. And the next time these two collide, it won't just be about proving a point. It'll be about survival. So remember this moment. Remember the destruction. Remember the comeback attempt. Remember the look in both their eyes. Because the next chapter? It won't be about who's better. It'll be about who's left standing. And if tonight proved anything, it's this. Roman Reigns may have destroyed CM Punk, but he didn't end him.
And that?
That might come back to haunt him. Badly.